Okay, let's try a more reasonable 5 plus 8. Let's see, is this one showing on the screen? Stream? Yes. Okay, so he plays e4, I play 5. He plays knight f3, knight c6, d4 takes, knight takes, and I play knight f6 here. Maybe I should play bishop c5. I don't know the line here. Okay, but I play some stuff here. Usually, what do they play here? Usually they take, I play b takes, they play e5, I play queen e7, they play queen e2, I play knight d5. It's about as far as I know. Yeah, the thing is, like, what should my blindfold strength be? Like, it's any game that ends in the opening, like, I should be able to beat... Wait a second, haven't I played d5? I have not played d5 yet, but I could play d5. No threat, no threat. Queen e2? No, he has a pawn on e4, right? All right, I'm not going to try to talk about nonsense and play blindfold. So the game is, let's go back. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, ed4, knight d4, knight f6, knight f5. So I should play d4, or I should play d5 and just take his knight. That's what I should do. d5. Hitting the bishop, bishop hits f5 now. Let's see. Like I was saying, it's funny because like even if I'm like, I don't know, 1500 strength playing blindfold or worse, I'm still going to play the same openings. So if I can, win with the opening trap, my strength won't be any different. But if it goes to an endgame, probably going to miss a lot of stuff without seeing. Knight back to d4. That's a novelty. That is a novelty. Okay, he never actually played knight c3, so this is just free, right? Free. D takes e4. Looks good. And if he takes on c6, wait, knight c3? Is it the knight hanging? I played d5 and took, right? So only his queen covers d4. I have a knight on c6. I have a knight on c6. I put it there on move 2. So this is a free knight. Right? Free knight on d4, I think. I hope that's right. Okay, it allowed me to pre-move knight d4. So that proves there is a knight on c3. Did I hang something? It's like 7. I'm pretty sure I know where the pieces are here. I have a knight on... I have a pawn on e4, knight on f6, queen on d4, knight on c6. He has a queen on d1, knight on c3, and he has no knight on d4 because I just took it for free. He plays knight b5. Okay. Knight b5. So threatening c7. I have not developed my bishop yet on c8. It could be a little awkward. I could play... Wait, that actually is a little awkward, right? Queen a5 or queen b4 check. I think the bishop on f1 covers the knight. So, oh, he hasn't developed his bishop either. Okay, I thought he was going to recapture with the rook on d1, and that seems annoying. But he has to recapture with the queen. So queen d1, and now king d1. Yeah, okay. So king d1. Now he has a knight on b5. I have knight on f6, knight on c6, pawn on e4. He's threatening this, but now I can just play bishop d6. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a rook on d1, so I couldn't play bishop d6. That's what I thought. But I thought wrong. Okay, and if he takes this, that would be nice, because then he has no developed pieces. That should be easy to keep track of. Okay, he's going to fianchetto. Is his knight still on f3? It is, right? So I can put quick pressure on it, maybe, with bishop g4. No. His knight took on... No, his knight went to d4 and got captured. Of course it's not on f3. This is still a good move, though. It's just check. I didn't realize it was check. Okay, now I can castle queenside and threaten checkmate, right? Yes. Castle's queenside, and this threatens rook d1 checkmate. So play bishop g2, and I can win this game, and I don't have to calculate very much or keep track of too much. I swear, if he sees this checkmate, I'm going to be upset, though, because he's missed so much. Why would he see this? Bishop g2, bishop g2, bishop g2. No, come on. Come on. It's no fun. No fun. Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna play for that checkmate. That's all I'm gonna do. Because anything else is gonna require me to keep track of a lot of pieces. Okay, so I play a6. His knight moves. My plan is to play knight b4 and then take on a2. And his rook takes, and then I'm gonna play rook d1 checkmate. Oh no, his knight's on c3, so there's no checkmate. I still have a bishop on. Do I still have a bishop at all? My bishop's on d6. Oh, my bishop was on d6. I was never threatening the checkmate. I was never threatening the checkmate at all. I thought my bishop was on f8. Gosh. All right. Well, I'll play bishop b4. Now maybe in some crazy line I am going to checkmate him on d1 because now the knight's at least pinned to the king. Okay. Yeah, there was nothing there. There was no checkmate. I guess I would have realized it if he hung the checkmate and then I tried to play it. Okay, so he never developed that bishop, right? So the bishop's still on f1. I could play, yeah, bishop f5. There's a tempo on c2. Okay, sure. So hit c2, sure. And then I think I want to play knight to d4. Do I have a knight on c3? Let me go through this game again. All right, now I'm looking at the notation. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, d4 takes, knight d4, knight f6, knight f5, d5, knight back to d4, take on e4, knight moves to c3, queen takes d4, knight b5, trade, bishop d6, g3, bishop g4 check, king e1, castles, bishop comes out to e3, a6, knight goes back, bishop b4, h3, bishop f5, rook d1. Okay, so he plays rook d1. Okay. I could take on c2, but just because of, I don't know. I want to trade some pieces. I want forcing moves. In a real game where I could remember where the pieces are, I would play bishop takes c2. Okay, so check. And okay, he has bishop on e3, knight on c3, and those are his only developed pieces. He has some pawns on random squares. Okay, he walked back into the pin. Now bishop c2 threatens to play rook e1. There's also knight d4. Oh, I can't play bishop c2? Is there something in the way? What? Don't I have a bishop on f5? What's on e4? There's nothing on e4, right? Do I have a bishop on f5? Does he have something on d3? What on earth? What does he have? I can't see anything. Oh, I have a pawn on e4. I have a pawn on e4. I have a pawn on e4. Ah, that is embarrassing. Okay, trade. Very, very, very bad. Very bad. Terrible. Okay, and knight e5. Head into d3. If I have a pawn on d3, I'm going to use it. Pawn on e4. Ugh. Yeah, well, obviously I can't play blindfold either, but I am up a lot of material. So maybe king e2. King e2. Check. King e2. Oh, h takes g4. That's a strong move. Ah, very strong. I missed that one. I did miss the strong move h takes g4. And now I'm going to lose the game. Okay, defend my pawn on h6. I thought I was going to get it with the same checkmate. I thought I had rook d1 checkmate. Oh my goodness. All right, so whatever my strength at blindfold is, it's less than 1300 because now this guy is going to win. I have 1 minute left. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why my bishop already wasn't on g4 because I moved it there to avoid getting captured by a pawn. I'm still better, but I'm going to lose this game because I don't have time. All right, I have a knight on e5. I have a rook on d8. I'm pretty sure those are my only 2 pieces. I traded this bishop. I lost this one. Do I still have another knight? Do I still have another knight? Do I still have another knight? I have a knight on e5. Bishop, what? Oh, that's defended. Okay, so I can recapture the pawn on g4. Okay, it said knight e takes g4, so that confirms I do have a knight on f6. Good. My rook is not attacking this bishop because of the c pawn. I played h6 for no reason because my knight on f6 covered that. Okay. This knight is actually could be trapped or something after like f3. Okay, knight takes. He did not want to trap my knight. Okay, so now at least I know what I'm working with. I have a rook on d8 and a knight on f6. He has a bishop on f1, rook on h1, right? And I have a pawn on e4, bishop h3 check. Okay, move it. Pawn on e4, king on e2. He has pawns on c3. Does he have a pawn on c2 as well? He does, so I can't play rook d3. Does he have a pawn on c4? No. Rook b1, that doesn't threaten anything. Knight d5, threatening knight c3, winning the rook. Oh! Knight c3 check, picks up the rook, right? Yes. He takes on e4. Rook d2 check, take on c2. Oh gosh, where are his pawns? He's going to be able to actually just queen a pawn on the king side because I don't know where they are. My pawns on the king side are on h6, g7, f7. Oh, he played king takes e4. I thought rook d2 was check. My bad. Okay. But I'm still going to play rook b2. No, I'm still going to play rook c2. And queen a pawn on the queen side. And I should be able to figure everything out from there. I think I should be able to win this. Rook d2. c4. Or f4. Okay, take on c2. a4. I thought there was a pawn on b2. Oh no, that one captured. My bad. Okay, so I'm going to go pick up the a pawn. Then I'm going to queen a pawn a7 to a1. That's all I need to do. Okay, that hits my knight. The king is on e4. This is a check. b2. That also picks up the pawn. I have knight a4 now. And actually, blindfold is exciting. Like, obviously, this position would just be, like, completely uninteresting if it were a normal game. But because it's blindfold, it's actually very interesting. Okay, knight takes a4. Oh my goodness. Okay, so just queen my a pawn. That's all I have to do. Queen my a pawn. Where's his bishop? His bishop's on f5. I'm gonna play. I don't have an a pawn. Where's my a pawn? Why don't I have an a pawn? What happened to my a pawn? Oh, he played c5, not king c5. Okay, I see. My rook's still on b2. But what happened to my a pawn? Is it on a6? Oh, it's on a6. Okay. No worries. No worries. It was just on a6. Okay. I'll play a6. Then I can play rook b4. Check. Where's his king? King's on d4. Yeah, rook b4 check. And then get that knight out of there. And then push this guy. King d5. I will try c6 check. Why not? I want to set up some skewer of the king and the bishop. When he plays d6, I have a skewer of the king and the bishop. His bishop's on f5. Did he ever play g4? Did he play g4? If he didn't play g4, I have the skewer. If he did play g4, I'm toast. Let's see it. I hope he did not play g4. I hope he did not play g4. Please don't have played g4. His king's on d6. My pawn runs either way. Okay, good. Only thing to worry about is stalemating now. King f8. Okay, so he's not threatening my pawn, so I just queen. g7. Where's my rook? f5. Okay. Queen. Now I'm coming into f6 with my queen. f6. Now rook e5. Rook e7. Let's be accurate. Queen f6. Okay, queen e7. Now rook d5, rook d1, checkmate. Oh wait, where's my rook? f5. My rook's on f5, so there's just checkmate right away. No? Is my rook on f5? My rook is where? My rook's on f5. So why can't I play rook f8 checkmate? Do I have an f-pawn? I do have an f-pawn. Okay, so get rid of the f-pawn. Oh, that's check? Where's the king? The king's on g7? I thought the king was on f8. Hey. Did he play h4? If he played h4, king g6. Okay, rook g5. Okay, checkmate. All right. Wow, what a game! What a game! See, with blindfold chess, even the silliest positions are. Oh my goodness, he did play f4 after rook g5 check. He can just take it. What? This is nonsense. All right, this is enough of that for sure.